monkey in your pants.
Alright then folks, welcome back to another Bad Influence fan commentary. This is Series 3, Episode 10, if my memory serves me correctly. Bad Influence was a magazine video game show broadcasted here in the UK in the early 90s. Along the same sort of lines as Games Master, but not quite, but it was good. Andy Crane, Violet Berlin, Nipples, Namrud, Light Guns.
Today,
hello.
we're looking at gun accessories,
excitable Andy Crane.
Systems, including the 3DO.
3DO gun games? Really?
Our main review is The Lion King on the Mega Drive.
Okay, Violet.
And Violet makes friends with a virtual puppet called Tizzy, the latest innovation from the people who brought you the Muppets.
Namrud, bored of him already.
I've got
3 seasons in.
I've tried everything.
Getting bored. That's all I can say.
Herbal remedies, even thinking good thoughts.
What's he got in his
There's only
head?
one thing for it.
He's got a Game Boy that he's forgiven. He's got an iPad. Look, he's got an iPad on the desk. He's time traveller from the future. I see an iPad. Not really, maybe.
Just enter A2, A3, B4, C2 and C3.
What game is this?
And there you are.
Oh, Mega Man of some description.
Right, that is it.
Oh, he wants a tooth out, he's got toothache. I get it.
Oh, it fell on my foot. Toothache's cured though. Hey, my foot.
Oh my god, I don't know whose idea Namrud was, but his voice alone irritates the tits off me.
Foot and mouth disease. Alright, I give up, I submit. Uncle.
Shut it, Crane. These
Oh.
space-age guns and headsets are the latest in home
Space-age guns?
from Sega. Alright, off you go, Scarpa. The guns have an infrared transmitter, and there's a receiver in the other player's headset. So I can only shoot Andy, and Andy can
Is that a
only
good
shoot
idea
me.
to shoot people in the
And
eyes
that didn't
with
mean that
laser
I've been
guns?
hit. Okay, Andy, 1, 2,
I'm
3.
gonna say no.
Each player starts off with 9 lives, which is displayed in the headset there. The reason for that is that it's reflected down into this retractable eyepiece, so you can see how you're doing. It's just as well to keep an eye on how you're doing, because once it's down to 0, it's game over. Oh, and there's no escaping either, because the guns have an incredible range of 120 feet.
Cool.
She got me.
I want a shot.
30 quid a set. I should imagine these will be in a few
30
Christmas
quid's not
stockings.
bad, but what was 30 quid back in the day?
Hot accessory this
Millions.
Year. This is the 3DO version of Mad Dog 2: The Lost
I
Gold.
knew that was gonna be a
Follow-up
Mad
to the
Dog
brilliant
McCree
arcade game, Mad Dog McCree. It works like this. Your television picture is made up by a dot of light.
Andy is super excitable this episode.
From top to the bottom of your screen. When you fire the gun, the screen flashes white.
Genuinely
and this sensor,
did not
end of the
know
gun, figures out where the dots got to
there was
and positions
a
the
light
shot
gun for the 3DO.
accordingly. Looks like a couple of rootin' tootin' shooters
An
are ready
unfortunate
for a
system
brawl.
that could have been, but just wasn't. Pow pow, pow pow.
Didn't last long, did you?
No, I killed environments
Forces 2
with
is another
enforcers. Yep.
sequel to a classic arcade game. Once again, it's set in the Wild West. 2 people can team up together to gun down the dastardly varmints that have hit town.
I had a
Good
Lethal
feature,
Enforcers
plethora
game,
of different weapons to keep you culling those bad
and I
guys.
can't remember if it was for the Super Nintendo or the
Continuing
Mega
in the
Drive.
Western theme, this is the original and, in our opinion, the best version of Mad Dog
How
McCree
cool's that?
on the
I do-
CDI.
I
The
do quite
arcade
like the
game
look of
was
that.
the first to use Laserdisc, and the home version is the first to use full motion video. It's the nearest you'll get to the arcade experience. Unlike its 3DO counterpart, it doesn't use screen scanning, it uses
Ooh.
infrared. It's that box of tricks at the top of the monitor that does all the work. Okay,
That means
let's
it
see
will
how I
work
get on one-on-one
nowadays on
against
modern
Mad
telly
Dog
boxes also.
himself.
That's convenient. Bad,
Seen the film,
bad.
you've bought the cuddly toy, and you've hummed along to the
Acting.
Elton John tune. Now it's time to play the game.
Did we like that
Disney's
stuff as a
latest
child?
blockbuster,
That
The Lion King,
Andy
hits
Crane
the shops on
nonsense.
the Mega Drive, Game Gear, and Master System this week.
Good old Disney
Saturn,
games.
NES next week, with versions to come on Game Boy, NES, and
9 out of 10.
PC.
They were decent
You follow
games.
Simba through 10 levels from
4 out of
exile
5.
cub to fully
bet
grown
you.
King of the
Oh,
Plains.
5 out of 5.
The animation is.
Oh, it's not a review. I was getting ahead of
But as
myself.
ever, the big question is, how does it play? Here's
Oh,
the
it is a review. Stupid Dolph Lundgren. Nipples.
This has to get the prize as the most appealing game character of all time.
49.
The cub's beautifully drawn and
The
it's a
most
real
appealing
treat to
game
play.
character? A baby
The good thing
lion?
about this game is that it's not just all bouncing around. There's a strong puzzle element.
Oh,
Here
that
you
music's
have to roar at the
awesome.
monkeys so they turn round and throw you in the opposite direction over the river. The colours on this level are a bit garish, but the sound
I'm going to
effects
say
are
that.
excellent.
That's
Here
on the
the
Super
rhino's just
Nintendo
throwing
by
me
the
up,
sounds
and
of the
monkeys are
music.
throwing me over the river, so I should be able to complete the level pretty soon. There, I've landed on the ostrich, and from now on, it's just average platform stuff.
He doesn't sound very
Halfway
excited,
through
does
the
he?
game, as in the film, Simba grows up and you get to play as the Lion King, and you can have some pretty good fights like this one. Some of the levels in the game are a bit too linear, and this is one of them.
Okay.
Another gripe I've got is that some of the puzzles in the game are far too hard. You just don't know what you're supposed to do. Like here, for example, you can't go left and you can't go right, so what's the point? It took me ages to figure out what you have to do. You have to jump up and hit the stalactites on the roof so they fall down and you can
So
access
what's
the
the
lower part of
point?
the level. It's the best looking, most playable Disney game yet, but it does get a bit annoying when you keep getting stuck.
This is brilliant. It's full of cute touches and will keep you amused for hours.
4 out of 5
It looks good, but it's just too hard to work out what's going on
for the
sometimes.
girls.
And the scores for Lion
3 out of 5 for the grumpy
King, a
boys.
purring 4 from the
Oh.
boys, and a roaring 5
Oh, I got that a
from the
little bit
girls.
wrong. £49.99, that's £6,012
Excellent
nowadays.
scores. Now, have a look at
Fact.
this. 25 years ago today, Sesame Street was launched on an unsuspecting world. It featured an entirely
What happened
new
to
cast
Sesame
of
Street? Is it
characters.
still
Kermit
on?
the Frog, Miss Piggy, and Big Bird. The man
Maybe
behind
just not in the
Kermit was
UK.
called Jim Henson. The
Aw,
company
Big
he
Bird, I
founded
miss
is still
you.
making puppets and puppet shows. A couple
Elmo,
of weeks
I
ago,
miss you.
Violet journeyed to their British headquarters to check out their latest project.
Hold on, there was British headquarters in Sesame
I've
Street
come to
land.
Studio B in the jungles of northwest London to unearth the secrets of Jim Henson's latest puppet creations. Come
Ooh.
with me.
Ooh, I am coming. With that
We've been
sounded
invited
so
on
wrong. I
stage
didn't
for
mean
the
that.
filming of a brand
Genuinely
new programme
didn't.
called The Animal Show. It's being brought to us by the same people who did the Muppets and the larger-than-life creatures in films like The Dark Crystal and The Flintstones.
Oh, Dark
and
Crystal.
These guys.
Hey, look, it's a camera. There's
I
a camera.
don't. I don't remember that.
Hi. Hey, Stinky.
Do
The
not
Animal
remember
Show
the
is a
animal
chat
show
for animals, hosted by a skunk called Stinky and his polar bear pal Jake.
or Jake
They don't
and
work now.
Thinky.
But at Henson,
Was it
they're
Stinky
doing
or
something
Thinky?
completely new by mixing conventional puppetry with the latest computer technology, as their third star is a computer-generated bee. Up until now, when performers had to work with animated characters who were drawn in later, it was always difficult for them to react to an empty space, or to know exactly where to look. Now, with this new technique, both director and performers can see the character as it's being generated, at the same time as the rest of the action.
I see.
Hi, Violet. I'm Tizzy.
Oh, she's the bee. I get it. I get it.
Traditional
I thought she was
puppetry
maybe controlling the
techniques
mouth
are
of
still used to
the
control
bear or
Tizzy's
something.
movements. But what's completely new is that Tizzy doesn't actually exist. She's entirely computer generated.
Doesn't exist.
Tizzy started off life as
That was a
basic
freaky
3D
face,
model.
Violet.
She was then scanned into a Silicon Graphics Onyx computer. And the
Onyx.
next step is to add all the
I
immense
have heard of
detail
that
character
machine.
which will really bring her to life. Having created this wireframe from thousands of triangles, they
Millions.
produce a skeleton which will enable Tizzy to
Alright,
move.
maybe not millions.
It's not based on the true skeleton of a bee, but it does enable them to add facial moves and expressions which make Tizzy larger than life.
Looks just like
The
a bee,
final
that
stage
does.
is to link these movements
Just
in the
like a
computer
bee.
to the controllers that the puppeteers use on the floor of the studio. There are actually two Tizzys. This is a low-resolution version of Tizzy, produced live in real time. Later, it gets replaced by the final Tizzy, who has much more detail.
Does anybody remember
The
watching
three
this thing with
puppeteers
Tizzy
work
in it?
in
What was it,
unison to
Animal?
provide all the actions to
thing?
make Tizzy believable.
I've
She can
never even
smile,
heard of it,
laugh,
seen it,
fly
remember
around
it.
and zoom in and out of the screen. She's actually quite a handful, and there's a lot for the production team to get right. How do you think you'd cope in the hot seat?
Easy.
This is real
Physical.
fantasy stuff. I've always wanted to direct a Henson movie. Getting the take stored on computer is only the beginning. Now the real work begins. Tizzy Mark II is created upstairs in the computer editing suite.
We do essentially the same process that we were doing on the floor, but this time taking more time over each frame, adding a certain amount of blur, putting the wings on, and using a much higher resolution model. And the result is like this.
But seeing as Tizzy doesn't really exist, how does the cameraman keep her in focus?
Well, that's one of the things that we've had to teach the cameraman to do, is to focus on things that aren't there. And so it gives the effect of Tizzy always being in focus and the background blurring, which just adds to the realism of the shot.
Okay.
He just guesses.
Bad Influence always had these
One day
educational
later,
sections
this
now and
model
again.
is
Sometimes they were
stunningly
interesting, sometimes they were
realistic,
really,
even
really
though
bad, but I can't even
it
speak
seemed like
because
a
this is
bee.
boring me.
Sorry,
about
Tizzy,
silly
I hate to
Jim
break this news
Henson
to you, but you don't actually
programmes.
exist. You're only exist inside
that I
the
can't
computer.
remember, and a bee called Tizzy or something.
It doesn't exist.
No, unfortunately
It's
for
a
us,
bit
you do
childish,
exist.
this
It looks
programme,
like a good show.
actually,
Have a good day.
sometimes.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Brilliant, and look out for the show.
Still a classic, still a
year.
classic.
But now for this week's news and previews.
News and previews, used to watch this all the time.
Here's a Christmas present idea for the sad old fertler in
That's
your
where
life.
I got the
Next
news and
time your
previews
dad
from.
goes on about, the good old days of video games when
Space
men were
Invaders on
boys
the
and
Game Boy.
sprites were black and
Why?
white. Shut him up with this. It's Space Invaders on the Game Boy. You can even play it on the Super Game Boy and get this exciting
See,
arcade
now that
background.
doesn't look too bad, considering.
If you're a fan of the Zelda series, then
Yes.
look out for this one, The Secret of Mana, a new fantasy
Oh,
adventure game.
brilliant
It's
game.
an epic tale of strange beasts, magic swords, and warriors.
Played
but
it
the
to
hero
death
talks
on
more
the
like
Super
Beavis and
Nintendo.
Butthead than a young Galahad, out later this month on the SNES.
I don't believe I
Save
ever
the space
completed
in your
it.
games cupboard for this one, Batman the Animated Series on the SNES.
No of it, never
It
played
features
of
all
it.
of the Caped Crusaders' favourite foes, including some excellent sequences
That looks
with the
pretty
Joker.
cool, though, look
the
at
9
that.
levels are packed with action, and there are plenty of devious puzzles to test your brain power too.
No,
Welcome
Batman!
to the world of Full Throttle, a dark and dangerous place on PC,
PC?
CD-ROM.
Yeah.
You play the role of Ben the Biker, a bit of a rough diamond who's been wrongly accused of a dreadful crime.
My friend
Your
had a
mission is
PC
to
back
avoid
in the
arrest
day,
while you
and
try to
I
clear your name.
remember
Due out at the end of this year.
either seeing
Leather
or
jacket
playing
not
this game on it.
included.
It's classic.
Oh, Fertlers,
Namrud
if you
and
should
his
ever have the misfortune
mutant
of having a
toe.
large, heavy weight drop onto your toe,
I spy
then
a
this
Mega Drive.
should cure it.
With a 6-button control pad maybe on the desk.
Takes a few seconds to work, so
I
here's
can't
a
decide.
cheat to be getting on with. It's for Rolo to the rescue on the Mega Drive. and it gives you the
what was Rolo to the
secret
rescue?
option menu.
Did he have a, was
On
it
the
a
intro
clown?
screen,
With
hold
no
down left and up and A
with
and
skates.
C,
I
and
could
then
be talking
reset
nonsense.
the machine. Now keep them held down for a few seconds like this.
Cheat
and
codes.
Then press
I miss cheat
B,
codes.
and you'll get your secret cheat menu. Hey!
Hey!
It's cured, it's cured! This is really good stuff. Dr. Salt's patent throbby toe healing stuff. Ingredients.
I wonder if he wrote this bit
methyl
himself.
lactylate, anti-caking agent, seaweed extract.
Surely, like,
what's
sure.
its side
I
effects?
just don't get it.
Tiredness and
Namrud.
megahersuitis.
I don't get it.
Wonder what that is.
Oh.
Oh, I feel strangely tired, Fertlers.
What is going on up there?
Crane to base, I've got 2 on my tail and I'm going in for the kill.
What's
Crane to
going on
base,
here?
Mission accomplished, awaiting further instructions.
VR headset?
All right.
Oh, I was enjoying that. This is just one.
Tell
of
me what it
many
is, Andy.
VR helmets soon
It is
to
a
be
VR
flooding the
helmet.
marketplace, as well as this one, the VFX1.
Not
We
really
wanted
soon
to
to
show
be
you
filmed
this one,
any
the Cybermax,
marketplace,
which is supposed
unfortunately.
to be ready now, but
Technology
unfortunately, the
wasn't
one
ready,
we've got
Andy.
is just a nice bit of plastic which
Welcome
doesn't
to
work at all, so don't hold your breath
2016.
for that one. The game I was playing is really just a demo of one of the packages soon to be available that will let you build your own VR world. It's called
Ooh.
3Dware, and it's really easy to operate because it comes with 500 objects that you just select and drop into place. Look, I'll show you how it works. This is an overhead
He's
view of
always
the
full of
virtual world
beans,
that you want to create.
Mr. Crane.
2 lines there are
Looks
the
like SimCity, but
correct Y
3D.
axes, so you can position objects correctly.
Sort
There's
of.
a whole menu of things to choose from. There we are, roads,
Told you,
and
roads,
mountains and bridges. And if I just put a house,
Monopoly hotels.
put
Look,
houses in there like
land
that,
on my
and scroll
square,
through.
Park Lane, and you must pay
Skyscraper there,
$800.
and skyscraper there. Now we need some roads to run through Craneville. So we'll put a road
Craneville.
there,
Bet you that's what he used to call his
and a road
SimCity
here.
names.
Over the top of that, we'll have that bit
That's
of curvy road there.
that's
and
not
then
that's not
stick
good
some bridges
transit
in here.
system,
There,
Mr. Crane.
There. And there it is, my masterpiece, an oasis in a VR desert. That is Craneville. Obviously, building a full virtual world takes a little bit longer than I've just done it in, so here's one I made earlier on.
Bullshit. Somebody else done
games
it.
and
Sorry.
hardware become more available for
Somebody
home
else did
systems,
do it, honest.
Packages like 3Dware will be essential for games designers and programmers, so that they don't have to start every world from scratch. Me, I'm off down to Crane Onalds for a virtual burger.
Did anybody ever have one of
games
these, play
reviews.
one of these, see one of those in a shop? I doubt it. Oh, Street
It's
Racer.
fast, it's funky, and it's been hailed in some quarters as the new Mario Kart.
Nope.
It's Street Racer for the SNES.
That's what I would call the
It's the
poor
first
man's
racing
Mario
game with 4-player
Kart.
split-screen
Sorry,
action, although
just
it's quick to
is.
see what you're doing, and there are loads
For
of
some
other
reason,
options, including
obviously
a
I was
footy
well
match
aware of
and
this
the
game
Smash 'em Up Rumble.
in the
Lucky
past
stuff is
when it
this.
was first out, but I don't know if it was just the case
This
of because
is an
Mario
amazing
Kart
game with
outshone
superb
it.
graphics. It leaves most of the racing games standing.
I don't know. I don't know.
This is Championship. There
Something
are 8 different players. I'm playing
I never
Frank.
really thought much
there are
of, to
loads
be
different
fair.
tracks to choose from. You can fly around corners.
Maybe I just
and
didn't give it
you
the
can also
proper
punch players
time
to
of
get
day.
them
Who
out of
knows?
the way. When
Let's
you
see
finish
what
the
these
game, you
reviewers
can
give it.
replay and look at
4 out of
different
5, I say.
angles. This is the football option on the ice pitch. I didn't like this because it's very hard to see the ball. And when you do get the ball,
no, it's not. I saw the ball. Did everybody else see the ball? Biplane.
And then it's even harder to actually score a goal.
It's like wacky racy stuff.
I think Street Racer is better than Mario Kart. It's got a huge range
not
of
better than
tracks
Mario
and
Kart,
excellent ways to
you
destroy
lying, filthy child
It's
face.
full of brilliant ideas.
You say it's better than Mario
Football
Kart,
games,
I'm gonna slap
games,
you.
Just can't put it down.
Thank you, you
I'm
didn't.
not keen on this. If
Thank
you crash,
you.
it's too hard to get back in the race.
Street Racer
I'm with
gets
her.
a full throttle 4 from the girls.
No.
To turbocharged 5 out of 5
Fuck off,
from
5
the
boys. That's those boys.
The original FIFA is the best-selling
No.
football game ever. Now there's new improved FIFA 95, which features 9 new leagues from around the world.
FIFA
you can play in the
games
French First
before they
Division
went
and
all
the Dutch Premier League. The program has
high
even
tech.
included an imaginary American league in an effort to sell the game across the water.
I
so
did
you
play
can play like
FIFA,
an American.
the original FIFA
Let's
games,
face
I think on the
it,
Super
want to.
Nintendo.
It's out on the Mega Drive tomorrow. Here's Ben.
It looks just the same as the original FIFA, but when you start playing,
Welcome to FIFA, nothing changes. The exact same every year.
Yellow against Crystal Palace in the
My
red,
god,
which is an
that child's a
interesting
genius.
combination. The gameplay is much faster than the original FIFA, but the biggest improvement is
It's
the passing.
FIFA
It's much
Super
easier.
Turbo Edition.
Here I'm taking a shot. Oh, saved by the
Next year
keeper.
there'll be FIFA Championship
This could do
Turbo
with being a touch
Hyperdrive
faster, but
Edition.
apart from that, I can't see how they can improve it.
This is brilliant. It's got everything that you'd want from a football game.
This
they
is
have naked
the football game
streakers?
to get in 95. It's the league leader.
And
The
it's
league
4-0
leader.
to FIFA 95 from both the boys and the
Fair
girls.
score, I suppose, fair score.
Migraines,
There's too much
mildew,
Namrud.
muffiness, aha, mega
Ban Namrud.
bursitis, a condition where
And
the sufferer's
look
hair
at all
grows
his
wildly.
hair.
In particularly bad cases, it can grow up to 10 feet in a day. Oh no, the only
Too
known
much hair.
cure is
Never
to rub
trust
the
anybody with
affected
too
area
much hair.
With Dr. Salt's patent rubbing stuff.
That's coming from a bald man.
Somewhere. Ah, yes, there it is. Now, while that's working, here's
Look at
a
that
cheat
glorious
for
Super
Rainbow
Nintendo.
Bell Adventures on the SNES. Oh, just pause the game.
What game
and
did
then
he say it
press
was?
Up, up, down, down, LRLRBA. Then when you unpause the game, your pod will be well powered up.
Oh, I know what it is. I can't remember the name of it.
Cure worked. No more side effects. And it's all down to good old Dr. Salt.
Okay,
Last
Nam.
week's competition prize was
Super
a SNES
Bomberman.
with Super Bomberman 2, and the question
2.
was, in which country were fireworks invented?
Oh,
The answer
Germany.
was China. We had
Oh,
nearly
fuck.
20,000 entries, but
I
our
never
winner
won
is
again.
Nicholas Ria from Norwich. Well done, Nicholas. 10 runners
I
up.
should have
Get
known it
bad
was
influence
China.
better than
That
sleep.
Super Nintendo should have been
This
mine.
week we've got a SNES and a copy of Street Racer
I
to
don't
give
want
away.
Street Racer.
The question is, which Formula 1 Grand Prix
I want one of
is
them
raced around
tellies, though.
the streets of a European city rather than a racetrack? Phone in your answers on
I didn't listen,
0891
Violet.
555
I was too busy
999.
looking at the telly
Costs
box.
no more than
If I win, can I
25p.
have the telly box?
Nine
I don't
close
want
at
the
midnight
Super
on Monday,
Nintendo
but
or
make
Street
sure you
Racer.
get
Just give me that
permission,
telly
whoever
box.
pays the phone bill. Because as we
Please.
all know, you can't win if you don't ask permission.
You
And we
can.
do check.
Just
And
don't
finally,
ask and you
take
win.
a look at this. The long-awaited
Micro Machines
2 for the Mega Drive.
2.
It features 54 new tracks. It features
50.
better control over your cars.
Andy, tell them about the really brilliant bit.
Yeah, the really
What's
brilliant
the
thing is
really
that it's a
bell on that?
simultaneous 8-player racing game.
No, the other brilliant thing,
Whoa.
you know.
Oh yeah, the cartridge has got 2 extra ports in it, so you can.
I
plug in
always
2
wondered
extra
about those.
joypads,
See if
and
somebody
8 players
pulled on
can
the
play
cable,
sharing
the
joypads.
cartridge wobbled.
Andy, tell them about the best feature of the
Did
game.
it knock of the game?
Violet
You know, if you
thinks
wobble the
best bit
cart.
about Micro Machines 2 is that she's in it.
What?
Anybody want to know how Violet got into Micro Machines 2?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you anyway. Stage 1.
How
Take
did
some
she get
funky
into
reference photographs
Micro
of our
Machines 2?
Violet. Stage 2. Oh, do keep up, Violet. Turn it over. There we are. Preliminary sketches to create the caricature. This was one of my personal favourites. Sadly, it didn't make it into the game. Stage 3. They developed the caricature to a satisfactory stage, i.e. give it lots and lots of hair up the top here. And Stage 4.
Monkey Spaz for
Finalise the
Micro
caricature
Machines
and transfer to
2017,
computer to create
please.
the animation frames. And now, through the magic of television, here she is in the character selection screen.
Like real
And
life
if
in the
you win
game.
as Violet, she does this. But if you lose as Violet, she does this.
Did the wrong things.
That's just about it for this week. Next week we have a robot special, including a look at
Interesting.
Rise the Robot. See you then. Bye-bye.
See you then, indeed. There you go then, folks. That was Bad Influence Series 3, Episode 10. Retro tele goodness for your eyes. It's good. Apart from Namrud, I suppose. As always from me though, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.
Do you have a monkey in your pants?